On the tube, ticket fraudsters get a hard ride.
You are on my station. You haven't got a ticket for your journey. Yes, this is my station.
And a graffiti vandal gets an early morning wake-up call.
Hello, police!
After the last trains run on the Underground, the engineers go to work. It's duty manager Andy Hogg's job to check the track. Andy knows it's not just London Underground staff that are active in the tunnels at night.
Graffiti is a major, major problem. Anyone that commutes on our trains quite regularly, I think, everyone would have seen TOCs. TOCs 03. I think there's a few TOCs 04s around, and obviously all the TOCs 01s and 2s that we've cleaned off. This TOCs character obviously has been causing us a lot of problems over the years. I don't know anywhere that I haven't seen a TOCs tag, as they're called, on the walls, on the trains, in places that even I can't access, even I don't know how to get into these places, and I've seen TOCs written on them.
But the graffiti problem is more widespread than TOCs alone. It costs tube companies £12 million each year to clean graffiti from their trains. At the Hammersmith depot, trains are prepared for the next day.
Have you found some graffiti yet?
Metronet's Pravin Pindoria oversees the cleaning operation.
I see quite a lot of graffiti, yes. I do understand the logic behind it. Whether I agree with it or not, it's another thing, but they put it at the places where it's hardest to get off, and it's the most visual. It's about publicity for themselves, really.
Each night, over 100 specialist graffiti cleaners begin the difficult task of removing train vandals' handiwork.
When you go inside, you see a lot of gravity on the train. You feel so down at what's going on in this train. Everything is still messed up.
No, I don't think it's beautiful. They are messing up the trains.
What's the cause?
It's very tough, cleaning the graffiti. To make the life very hard for us.
Every tag is different, so the cleaners have to use a variety of chemicals and tools. A policy of zero tolerance means that trains that have been graffitied are not put into customer service.
Well, I think they should be prosecuted. Yeah. They should be arrested and sent to court and prosecuted.
Although the damage is obvious, it's very rare to catch the culprits in the act. They work under the cover of darkness and disguise their identities.
Working on this type of crime is a lot harder than I ever imagined. If you compare it to, say, a violent assault, with a violent assault you've got the victim, generally witnesses and CCTV, and it's often done in public view. With this type of crime, you have often none of that.
PC Tim Marry works for the British Transport Police's anti-graffiti squad. With up to 1,000 new tags appearing on the tube every day, he has his work cut out for him.
We're at Edgware Road now, on the Metropolitan Line station, and there's been a report of damage to the sidings, which is this area underneath this hoarding and the far wall where recent damage has taken place. So that's the damage. Taker, Diabolical, Dubstars, that's the variation of DDS. A friend Tox 04, Fume, Prime, again Tox, Band, Is It and Tox generally go together. So probably got 4 or 5. I reckon there's probably about 4 people here that actually did the damage.
Of all the graffiti vandals, Tox is the most prolific.
Tox, we associate with a particular offender, though it's never been proven at court. I've met this fellow on a number of occasions now, and I've seen him more times than I have members of my own family. On my desk here, starting from here and ending up there, that is all files relating to incidents where there's been damage, and Tox has been part of that damage. Tox is one of the most elusive of the graffiti artists. He is surveillance conscious. Where we've picked him up before, generally we don't pick him up doing the same mistake again. And it's a close-knit world with all the graffiti people. It does go around. 2 years ago, you might have been guaranteed to get a load of stuff when you turn them over at their house. Now, you're going to be lucky and you've got to look a lot harder. If he wasn't good at evading, then we'd have nicked him and put him away by now. But that's all to come.
Graffiti is not the only crime committed on the Underground. Ticket fraud is a major problem, costing London Underground over £30 million a year. Revenue inspectors Darren Smith and Denise Bunker are heading for Camden Town as part of a plainclothes operation.
This is probably one of the most volatile stations on the Underground, and for some strange reason this is the station where they least like to be caught and they kick off.
Today, Darren and Denise are working with 13 other inspectors. It's a case of safety in numbers. Last year, over 100 revenue staff were assaulted.
We're looking for out-of-date tickets, short seasons, freedom passes, and the most important things, let's not get any assaults. We don't want any assaults.
Ticket inspectors, checking tickets, please. Thank you. Hello, ticket inspector. Just come over a minute. I just asked where you've travelled from this morning.
I've not had any situations where it's been dangerous, but yes, it can be very dangerous.
I asked you twice, where have you travelled from? I'm trying to help you. You do this the easy way or the hard way? I deal with people not being totally honest with me every single day, okay? If you want to make that hole get bigger, then keep digging.
It can be very confrontational, but it's all about using your head before you open your mouth.
Well, put it this way, if you don't want to go to court and you get a letter to go to court, a summons will be sent out for your arrest.
An awkward passenger with no ticket is causing problems on the platform.
You don't want to hand over, I don't know. You got in a ballon, mate? Yeah. You got anything in your pockets, sir? No, I haven't. Well, have a look for me. Have a look, or I'll get you checked. I don't care. You want to be checked out, yeah? Yeah. You're quite happy with that, all right? Yeah. Okay. You got any ID in your bag? No. Have a look. No. Have a look. Why should I have a look? Because I'm asking you to have a look. No. You're on my account. You're on my station. You haven't got a ticket. Have a look in your bag for ID, and don't look over there. Have you got any ID? Get some ID out. I don't have it. Yes, you do. Just shout as you like. You've got ID. What? Don't swear at me. Did I swear at you? Why is he talking to me like that? Did I swear at you? Why are you talking to me like that? Because I want some identification. What? Don't talk to me like that. I will speak to you how I want. You are on my station. You haven't got a ticket for your journey. Your dad's station. This is my station. Your dad, yeah? My station. Left it to you. Yeah? Get some identification out. I'll get the police. I don't mind. Get him searched, man. Get him searched. Sorry, what was your first name? All right, wait there then, Wayne. Generally, when they see a police officer, that's enough to prompt them to start playing the game a little bit, and we basically get what we need from this guy. Of course, if he wants to play the same game he's playing with them, he's going to get himself nicked. The inspector downstairs believes that he's got something on him that maybe he shouldn't have. No worries. He's refusing to give, show us any identification whatsoever. When he realised the guy that was going upstairs for police assistance, during that period, he's given his full name and address, which fortunately is checked out with, you know, our checking system. You know, he's looking at a pretty hefty fine. He didn't buy a ticket, and he admitted that, you know, he just bunked through behind a fare-paying passenger at the station he entered. So he's going to get done.
At Stockwell Station, home of the anti-graffiti unit, PC Tim Marry has had a breakthrough. He's got new evidence which could confirm Tox's identity.
And he's coming up and he does a tag of Myth Tox. He's wearing a face mask, but he's only covering his nose, mouth and chin. So I think we've got a good runner there.
The Tox suspect has been arrested and released on bail with conditions.
If we get a conviction at court on this job, then it dramatically increases the chances of us linking previous crimes to this offender.
Is this the end of the line for Tox? Last year, there were more than 18,000 reported crimes on the Underground. The British Transport Police have over 550 officers who patrol the tube network. PC Neil Stevenson is one of them. He's been called to Seven Sisters Station on the Victoria line.
Hello there. Hello. You tell me what you're doing in the station just now.
Tell me what you're doing in there?
Yeah, what were you doing in the station just now?
Waiting for somebody.
You were waiting for somebody?
Yeah.
We just see you on the monitor speaking to somebody and it looked like you sold someone a ticket.
No, I don't.
You didn't do that,
no?
OK, who are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my friend.
Yeah? And what time's he meant to be here?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? You're a little bit early, aren't you?
Yeah, but...
Like you're an hour and a half early. I know what you do, yeah? You do sell tickets, yeah? And we don't want to see you back in the station, yeah? If you're waiting for someone, you wait out here.
Yeah, but I'm waiting out here. You don't
yeah, well,
if
you stay out here and wait for somebody, I haven't got a problem with that, OK?
All right.
He's one of our regulars here. He's quite an eccentric character, quite an elderly Rastafarian gentleman. And basically, I think what he does is he ticket touts here. And hopefully he'll heed what I've said and keep away.
But it seems Neil's advice has fallen on deaf ears.
Well,
I'm coming through, isn't it?
Excuse me, I mean, the information we've got is that you're touting on the station?
No, I just passed through the station from up there, so I just talking to somebody.
We've got information to receive that you may be touting on this station, OK?
Yeah.
What I intend to do is to search you, OK? You've been searched before, haven't you?
All the time.
Yeah, all the time,
all the time. All the time. Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm 66 years old.
You're 66 years old?
I'm not a youth, you know what I mean?
You're not a young man anymore.
I'm getting this harassment.
You're not getting harassed. How are you being harassed? How am I harassing you? I'm treating you with courtesy.
Yeah,
I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Turn to face me, please. You do drugs?
Yeah.
You obviously do. You got any drugs on you?
No, I don't got none. I don't have no money.
Yeah. When's the last time you took drugs?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And what drugs do you take, Charles?
Coke.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got 5 tickets dated for today.
Yeah,
when you should only need 1 ticket. Why have you got 5 tickets?
Well, I got 5 tickets. Well,
do you collect them?
Yeah, I collect them.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. We know you're a ticket tout. You've been dealt with for ticket touting before. Okay, let me finish. You go home and you make sure you go home.
Yes.
You do not come back to this station,
no.
Because if we stop you under similar circumstances, we may be having a slightly different conversation. I've been working this stretch of the line for like the last 14, 15 years. And for the last 10 of them, he's been around here. You're 5p short. I'm sure the bus driver will let you off 5p. You've got enough there to get to Hornsey. All right. OK, then.
Metropolitan Line driver Keith Tibbles has worked on the tube for over 40 years and has had his fill of graffiti.
Well, this fella Tox, they've been trying for years to catch him. He causes thousands of pounds of blooming damage to LT, which you could use for other things. OK, you put your name on something, but what does it achieve? It's just, you know, it's defacing things, isn't it? And it makes it look ugly. I mean, you got a lot on there, look, Tox free. I mean, it just looks awful. Look, there it is there, look. It just makes the place look, And you get tourists over here, and what do they think? I'd like to meet him, I'll give him a kicking.
Even the train Keith is driving has a story to tell. It's early morning, and Tim Marry is on his way to rearrest the Tox suspect. He's broken his bail conditions.
One of the restrictions on him is he's got a curfew. Officers went round last week to check that he was in for his curfew. They were here for about half an hour. He wasn't in, so we were going to come round arrest him for breach of his bail conditions and put him hopefully before the court this morning. Oh, it's the police. Can you let us in, please? 7 o'clock now, so he's outside his curfew time. He's got to produce himself at the front door. If he doesn't, he's liable to, well, he will go before the court, and he's liable to remain in prison until his court date in March.
Tim decides to stake out the property.
We're going to see if he will turn up in the next hour or so. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Just wait. That's what most of it's about. We're going to go up, have another bang on the door, see if he'll come out. Hello, police! Hello.
I'd like to see you, Doctor.
Yeah? Yeah, we'll come in. While we're in here, do you mind if we have a look in his room just to check for our own peace of mind that he's not here? Make sure he contacts us, yeah? Sooner rather than later.
All right, yeah.
All right, thanks very much.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Hopefully we'll get him to come to the police station when we can sort it out and put it before the court.
The revenue team are hunting their own prey, this time checking for fare dodgers on the trains.
Ticket inspectors, in plain clothes, checking tickets and passes, please. Checking all tickets and passes, please. Because we're in plain clothes and we're just acting like a customer or a passenger like anybody else, we're just standing there, and as soon as them doors close, ticket inspectors checking tickets, you can see the surprise in their face. I like working the trains. Element of surprise. That's what I like.
To be fair as well, the difference with trains and stations is there's nowhere for them to run. So if they've committed any form of fraudulent travel, you've got them. When did you start your journey? Where?
Today.
Right. So you're lying, okay? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Why are you lying to me? You travelled from Malden. These tickets have already been used. They're no good. Have you got any identification? You got a wallet in there? In your pocket? Yeah, let me see it. What's in your pocket?
You've come from Zone 2, Zone 1, without a valid ticket. Why not? So you're travelling to Leicester Square? OK. We can go 3 ways with a customer, and it's down to us which way we go. Issue a fare paid, a £10 penalty fare, or report them for prosecution. The worst could be, the very worst, is £1,000 or 3 months in prison.
Normally we would job them, prosecute them, get me, pay a couple of £100, but because they can't speak a word of the Queen's English, we're now giving them a £10 penalty fare for their journey each, so £20 for a £1.50 journey.
Revenue inspectors report 25,000 suspected fare evaders every year.
They were certainly chances. Hard to gauge if they're going to do it again. You know, when people offend, they generally think, well, you know, I've got away with it today. And if I get fined £50 once a year when I'm caught, I'm still saving 500 over the year, so.
The Tox suspect has been arrested, and today he's due to appear at Horseferry Road Magistrates Court. Tim's CCTV evidence will be crucial in creating a link between the suspect and the tag of Tox.
Today, after 1 or 2 years, we finally pinned a job on him where we can link it conclusively to his tag. Well, he's come in a prison van from Feltham, where he's been for the last 6 weeks. Hopefully, at the end of today's trial, we'll be able to say that he's been convicted of the tag of Tox, and I'll come out with a smile on my face.
At Southwark Station, a blank wall ripe for graffiti, is about to be given a dramatic makeover.
We obviously have this wonderful big blank blue canvas here, which is sort of screaming out for not improvement, but maybe decoration and brightening up. Maybe you should work from that top level and bring it down.
Victoria Jones from the Underground's Platform for Art team has commissioned 60 young offenders to create a mural.
It's by the Feltham Young Offenders Institution. Okay. We've had 60 young men work on it over the last 4 or 5 months. It's a very abstract interpretation of the map of London.
I'm sure a lot of people would think it's time and money that should be spent on making things run on time or whatever, but no, I think there's always room for art. It just cheers the place up a bit. It's great.
The art teacher at Feltham, Iona Patterson, has been working closely with the boys.
I have got Canary Wharf and the Greenwich Dome.
Right.
I've got Battersea Power Station.
Fantastic.
So, and number 10 Downing Street, which is a strange choice. One of the issues that we went with was the fact that young people have vandalised their trains. So it was a way of creating a dialogue between the young people who vandalise trains and London Underground. They give themselves a really hard time about what they're good at, and I think that they should be proud of themselves. I'm really proud of them.
At Horseferry Road, a verdict has been reached in the Tox case.
Well, it was an excellent result. He pleaded guilty to committing the damage. He got a £1,250 fine in total. He served 7 weeks almost in Feltham, Young Offenders Institute. That's of breaching his bail conditions. He may have learnt his lesson, but I'm not too optimistic anymore about these things.
The Tox tag has caused London Underground hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of damage. Now that a conviction has been made, is the fight against the Tox tag finally over? Or has he just moved on? Next time, engineers have an emergency call-out in a tunnel.
Oh, it's a good job these guys know what they're doing. They're inches away from 630 volts there.
And a brand new station assistant has to face her worst fears.
Not that I'm scared of dying, perhaps I just don't want to die that way.
Tonight over on Sky Raw Lives, it's another busy shift for customer services as delays lead to a stack of terminal tantrums in Airline at 8.